Sound the alarm, we're back with another installment of EvanBxrici Pisses Off the OSC.
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
The series where a 19-year-old guy sitting at his desk in his bedroom spews random nonsense on the internet, proceeds to post it on his dying YouTube channel, and watches as Twitter and YouTube comments alike join forces to rip EvanBxrici to shreds because he disagrees with what they think. This is part, 3, probably. I mean, I think it's part 3. I don't think people really got mad at me for the second employee video. But God fucking knows because the OC always finds a way to get upset. I mean, just look at the people who got on my ass for the BFDI 19 Fries surviving elimination theory. People found a way to get pissy about that. So, I don't fucking know if this is part 3 or 4. So, 2 weeks ago, I think. I don't know. I'll fucking post the image here because I'm not fact-checking this in real time. We're just gonna say 2 weeks. Jack and Jellyfy, is it Jack and Jellyfy? J&J drops the nuke that TPOT20 is going to be shown in AMC theaters. Which, good for them. Great for the OSC as a whole. This was a huge win for them. Though, obviously, I'm not going to go and spew the same copy and paste bullshit that literally every comment on that post was saying. But what I will say is it's impressive to see that this show has reached this point. Anyways, I think I've dragged this intro on long enough. We're, this far into the video, and I have not even spoken a word about what I want to talk about. So, here we go. Today, we are talking about why EvanBxrici thinks TPOT20 being a movie is fucking stupid. I'm not hyped for it. And I'll say it again. Alright, I'll double down. TPOT20 being a movie is something that does not need to exist. Oh, God. I was hoping they went away. They never do. I've made a grave mistake of pissing off the BFDI keyboard warriors. May God have mercy on my soul. Hold up. Let me just set this up, and yeah, I think we're good to go. Alright, so I got 4 main points I want to talk about in this video. You can see them on screen here. If you disagree with me, you are free to click off at any time. It is free. You are not being held at gunpoint to watch, and I frankly don't give a fuck how long you watch this video. Click off. I really don't give a fuck. Thanks for checking in. I am alive and well, and that's all you need to know. Let's actually dive into the first reason. We're just gonna go down the list in order. This was just kind of the order that I thought of these points in.
Okay, who likes Fortnite? We like Fortnite! We like Fortnite! We like Fortnite!
You know, just now realizing, yeah, that sounds really bad out of context, so allow me to try and explain why I think children are a part of the problem here. First and foremost, a lot of BFDI's fans just happen to be children, so watching the episode in theaters is not going to be the most fun experience in the world. And if you want to argue with me on that, then these are my arguments, and again, these are not objective facts, these are just what I've picked up on, these are my opinions, and if you disagree, great, just don't shout slurs at me and we're okay. No, literally, that's my one rule, just don't start shouting slurs. I don't care if you leave hate comments, I don't care if you shit on me on Twitter, just don't slur, and I'm chill. Anyways, imagine sitting in a theater, whether by yourself, with family, or friends, whatever the fuck you want to do. Now, imagine a bunch of kids screaming about every little thing, making the episode basically unwatchable, or very unenjoyable, because you're trying to watch a show, and there's a constant presence of screaming at every scene. You understand the problem, right? Now, don't get me wrong. I think it's great that there's so many passionate BFDI fans, and it's perfectly fine to be passionate about the series, and I encourage it. Alright, don't think I'm trying to spread this propaganda that children are, the root of all evil, and that, oh, okay, so this guy on the internet is saying it's bad to be a fan of a show. Alright, no, that's not at all what I'm saying. Don't let me taint your excitement for the movie. Again, I just wanted to voice my opinions because I thought this would be a funny video to make. My personal problem with passionate fans is when they start screaming about everything happening in the episode. The entire episode is just one big screaming fest. Me personally, I think it's been a decade since I was last in a movie theater, or at least more than 5 years. It might not be a decade, but I don't really remember my childhood. Anyways, I actually happen to know plenty of people who share this same sentiment. Because God forbid somebody wants to go and watch a movie on release without having to hear a kid scream in their ear the entire time. Yeah, good luck getting that fortune with fucking Teapot, aka the show where the fanbase is made up of 80% young kids? Probably. I don't fucking know. I mean, I'm literally just using the ancient art of pulling a number out of a hat and rolling with it. And this isn't I'm just cherry-picking shit. This happens every time. And this actually happened at the most recent premiere. Yeah, remember TPOT20's premiere? Remember how many kids were just screaming the whole time? Yeah, I'm gonna be for real. If you went to that theater, thought it was a great experience, and decided to pay to do it all again, I'm actually impressed. You have a level of patience that is unrivaled by most. Speaking of young kids, they're premiering this on a Thursday. Like, this could have easily been a Saturday ordeal, where there's no school, a lot of parents are off of work, kids don't have, like, clubs and shit, kids don't really do their homework on Saturdays, alright? There's a lot more free time on Saturdays, so this, frankly, should have been a Saturday screening. And, yes, I hear you. But, Evan, the shows are, like, later into the day. They start at, like, 5 and 7. That doesn't fall under school. And to that, I say, yeah, you're right, but there's bound to be kids who either do clubs at school, have to go to detention for one reason or the other, or some kids are just unfortunate enough to have parents that will force them to do their homework before they get to do anything else. Like, let me be honest here, there's a lot of parents who are just getting home from work around the time that the theaters start. And I can't imagine many of them are going to be happy to take their kids to watch fucking BFDI in theaters. And if a kid has a parent that doesn't want to take them after work, what the fuck is that kid going to do? They don't got a car. And you know what? I can afford one. I get one. So, hold my root beer, because I'm going the fuck off. Remember the fucking Minecraft movie? Remember how much brain rot that created? Who do you think is responsible for all of that? If your answer was, all of the people who watched that movie and thought it was the funniest shit of all time, therefore deciding to quote every goddamn thing that was said in that movie because it's Jack Black, congratulations, you're correct. Your prize is nothing. But here's the thing, a lot of those people happen to be children. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's just their fault, but they do contribute to like a solid 85%. And again, people already do this shit with BFDI. Creators included. You know what? Yeah, screw it. We're going even further down this rabbit hole. I'm already too far in. Jack and Yellowfie's shorts have the most corporate, children attention-grabbing, most brain rot, soulless title. Have you seen their recent short title? Just to appeal to the younger generation and get more and more ad revenue. And have you seen Michael's TikTok? I have a couple clips here that I'm going to show now because they're all pretty short, but this is the fucking co-creator of BFDI you're watching.
500 cigarettes. Start taking in your butts, twin.
So, yeah, being totally honest, I think BFDI kind of just stopped being about BFDI once the split happened in BFB. Yep, another hot take from EvanBxrici. What else is new? The grass is green. Fork found in kitchen. Cool, so what am I going to yap about this time? Look at post-split BFB and look at TPOT episodes 3, 4, 5, and 6. They weren't even trying. You want to know why the episodes came out so quickly? Because there was minimal effort put into them writing-wise, and they still generated money. They put next to no time into those episodes, and they still reaped the benefits, same old as same old. And if you ask me, it doesn't really feel like, as of recent, they've been writing TPOT because they want to have fun with the objects. And that's what BFDI at its core is. Stupid fun with talking objects. That's what BFDI was made to be, but as of recent, it has been anything but. Oh, but Evan, even if TPOT's not like that anymore, BFDIA is a thing! Listen, I have a reputation to maintain as a crackhead in my videos, so yes, I am about to rant about BFDIA's revival. It just came back out of nowhere, when it frankly did not need to. It was canon that it got cancelled up to that point, so why did we change that? And the answer is because they want more money. It's another source of income. People like BFDIA, so it's going to generate them more and more money. And I'm going to be the one to say it because, again, this is the reputation I've made for myself. BFDIA and TPOT at this point are just chock full of what the kids call... What the fuck does this say? Hype, moments, and aura? What the fuck has this generation become? Should I leave that in? Should I leave that rant in? Alright, I think I've gone far enough into this rabbit hole about calling BFDI corporate slop, so I'm just gonna cut the rant off here, but if you want to hear a full-scale video about why I think that, I absolutely could. Now, I'm not saying I will do that, but if you want to see it, just tell me in the fucking comments, I guess. I don't fucking know. I read them. I don't reply to them, but I read them. I do think leakers are a topic that a lot of people will tell you. Leakers fucking suck, dude. Okay? And I get that. However, when you lock episodes behind paywalls, yeah, leaks are gonna happen. I'm sorry to be the guy to say it. It doesn't matter what you do. Shit's going to get leaked. But if I'm gonna keep it a $1.50 for a second, or 150% for those who don't understand that term, not a single meetup that has happened have they successfully prevented the leaks. Every episode they have premiered at an event of sorts, whether it's the meetup or VidCon or something completely different, it's been leaked every time. I can't name not one instance where an episode didn't get at least partially leaked. I think the only episode that did not get fully leaked was BFDI 14, and guess what? Leaks still occurred. Alright? TPOT6, fully leaked. TPOT12, fully leaked. TPOT18, there was a scene that got leaked. It was only one scene, but it did get leaked. TPOT19, fully leaked. So now we're going for... What the fuck is 4 strikes in bowling?
What is 4 strikes in bowling called?
Ham bone! We are going for a fucking ham bone! Anyways, with this being a one-day showing, yeah, there's gonna be leaks that occur. Many people aren't able to travel internationally just to see the episode, therefore leaks are extra prevalent here. Seeing as Teapot is advertised as the backstory of 1 and 3, something that a lot of people, for some reason, are really interested in, so naturally, people are going to want leaks now more than ever. Not to mention, with how shitty Teapot's pacing is, the elimination is going to occur this episode. The elimination is, without a doubt, the biggest reason leaks occur. Therefore, if BFDI fans weren't already antsy enough for their overpriced number slot, they'd obviously want to know who got eliminated this episode. Though, for being honest, Bag's elimination is pretty obvious. I think we all know who's getting out. It's Bottle. Bottle's the one getting out. Deathpact, yet again's elimination is pretty up in the air. If your name's not Black Hole, there is a chance of you leaving, even if Fanny is statistically more likely to stay over Marker and Tree. Fanny could still very well get eliminated here, since the writers love giving Black Hole 90% of a screen time every time it happens to line up with a loss. That's a complaint for another video, though. I have a busy schedule here, so I don't think I can afford 2 off-topic rants in one video. I know this is like the selling point for people on why they don't want to attend, but I'm not going to be that guy that milks us for more than it's worth. I can only come up with so many different ways to say, yeah man, the episode's gonna—
Time for busting nuts today! We've got orders to fill! But Mr. Krabs— No buts!
Ring ring, is that fucking Mr. Krabs on the phone? $27! Listen. I get movie prices have just been generally going up recently. That's not really Jack and Jellyfy's fault, or Jack and Jellify, or fucking J&J. I'm not saying it's their fault. Alright, movie prices have just been going up. Theaters gotta make money somehow, so yeah, they gotta overprice their tickets. So yeah, $27 to watch 40 minutes worth of content, maybe 50 or an hour, but no more than that. That's not worth it. At least not to me. Especially when the episode premieres a day later. Alright, being honest, I am eventually going to make a video with all my hot takes, because I have quite a few, and I feel like I should talk about some of them with how much shit I talk in my videos. I talk a lot of shit. So, for a little sneak peek of what's to come in that video, I think 1 is a shitty villain. I think 1 is a shitty character, and I am frankly not happy that they're going to get a whole paid episode to themselves. Literally, Timu Bill Cipher. That's what 1 is. And if you disagree, great. If you agree, great. I don't care. Alright, enough about that. Yeah, I don't think paying $27 is worth it in the slightest. I think we touched up on it earlier, but this also just screws over BFDI fans who don't live in America. There are content creators that live in other countries in the world who have said they are attending the theatrical release. You know what that means? Hundreds of dollars worth of flight tickets! And I mean, for those who have to drive longer distances to get there, yeah, you're probably burning like $20 to $50 worth of gas, depending on what kind of car you have, so... On top of a $27 ticket, on top of concessions. Yeah, we all know how overpriced theater snacks are now. I'm not gonna get political in a video about fucking fictional, talking, animated objects, so we're just gonna keep rolling. To watch the episode on release, you're looking at spending approximately anywhere from $27 if you're lucky and you are absolutely frugal, to potential thousands. I actually don't know how expensive flight tickets are, but I know they are a couple $100s a pop, so to get a ticket there and back, you're spending a couple $100 bare minimum. And again, the $27 price is only if you don't get concessions and you live very close to a theater. Then yeah, you're spending $27 to watch the episode a day early. If you want concessions, that's bare minimum an extra $10, so you're looking at bare minimum $37. on top of everything I've already said. Oh, but Evan, don't forget the free merch! Okay, what about it? For spending $27 to watch the episode a day early in theaters, you get a limited edition poster and a t-shirt. Like, yeah, cool, amazing, awesome, great. You get some extra room decoration and an excuse for other people at school or work to make fun of you. Because let's be honest, if you roll up to school or a job or just going out to eat at a restaurant, people are going to give you side eyes. If you roll up rocking a BFDI shirt or you roll up rocking the fucking Object Shows Rock shirt, you're putting an easy target on yourself. Now, of course, I'm not saying I condone those actions. Like, frankly, I don't know why we still make fun of people for what they enjoy. I'm just saying that it is going to occur whether we want to or not.
Little did I know, it would be a feature. A creature feature.
Alright, so it was around this point that I actually finished talking about the main 3 I wanted to talk about, and I was just kind of looking some TPOT20 videos to see if there was anything that I wanted to talk about. And I did stumble upon a video by this guy called Bold Cloud, and he brought up a pretty good point about how fans are getting annoyed with all the theater releases. And honestly, I have to agree. The theater episodes are getting annoying, and I'm going to talk about why. TPOT18, TPOT19, BFDI 22, and now TPOT20 have all been theatrical appearances. The last 4 episodes they've released onto their channel have been a game of dodging spoilers. Alright, the first time, yeah, cool. The second time, pushing it, but still cool. We didn't need the third, and now we're getting a 4th. Listen, the theater shenanigans should be a treat, not a constant presence. Especially since, prior to this episode, fans have to avoid spoilers for days, and I think in some instances, almost weeks at a time. I understand that the crew thinks it's this fun little cash grab. Is it safe to keep making these kinds of comments? I'm gonna get, like, shredded by death threats, aren't I? Nah, I think I should be alright. That they want to keep posting yearly, and thus, they have to provide something of value to warrant having people come out to the meetups. So they have to provide the new episode, since they keep upping the ante each and every time. So, sit down, son, because EvanBxrici is about to provide some alternatives to premiering episodes at every meetup. If they want to keep premiering stuff, fine. However, I feel like we shouldn't be showing full-blown episodes that contain huge plot spoilers or elimination spoilers, especially if the episode isn't going to be released on YouTube anytime soon. Like, it's one thing if it comes out later that day, like TPOT18, then sure, premiere the episode by all means. But waiting for more than a few hours is going to result in leaks, which causes more drama in the OSC, as there are people who will gleefully leak every last bit of the episode just to try and capitalize on gaining some internet points. So here's what I personally recommend instead of just premiering the episodes at every meetup. I would either show sneak peeks to the upcoming episodes, since you do still get some bonus content for paying the crew money without entirely ruining the episode. That, or you host mini film festivals where fans can showcase their animations and receive audience engagement. If you don't know what the 48-hour film festival is, don't ask me. I'm not a professional, I've never engaged with it myself personally. I'm sure there will be someone in the comments who's able to explain that to you if you ask. The only other idea I could think of was suggested by a friend where they do like live BFDI mini-seasons where the audience there gets to vote. And it's like, oh, but Evan, that's not gonna fucking work. I'm just gonna post a screenshot of my friend explaining his idea here because I don't feel like recapping this. I'm gonna be totally for real. My throat hurts and I want to stop talking. Hey, so this is actually present Evan and not past Evan. I'm just taking a quick moment to yap before I let past Evan yap. This video was actually supposed to come out yesterday, but because my editing software lags like a little bitch every time images are involved, yeah, we're a day late. My apologies. I thought it would be a neat little idea to like start using sprites in my videos. I drew like 40 plus sprites, even if I only used the same like handful in this video. But because sprites are images and my editing software sucks, guess what? This became an all-day ordeal trying to get these to work. I wanted to spruce my videos up a bit. I thought it would be a neat little idea to introduce sprites. I drew like 40 plus sprites, even if I only used a handful here. So, if you could keep a secret, I don't feel like editing the outro with sprites and whatnot, so I'm just gonna slap on some Pac-Man Party gameplay like I did in the initial Apoy video, and we're just gonna roll with it. Why? Simply put, a lot of people actually enjoyed the Pac-Man Party gameplay in the background when I yapped for the outro in the first Apoy video. Alright, that's all I gotta say, so we are now gonna cut to past Evan as he closes out the video. Thanks for watching. If you pick to click off now. Peace. And I believe that's about it. Let me reiterate, this is not objectively factual. This is not a video about me voicing objective facts. For the umpteenth time, this is a video about a 19-year-old guy with a dying YouTube channel sitting in his room giving his take on the whole TPOT20 is a movie shtick. Don't get me wrong, I think it's neat personally how far this show has come, and I'm certainly proud in spite of my admittedly negative tone in the video. However, I sort of have this reputation for sounding like an angry crackhead in my OSE content, and speaking of being angry crackheads, I quite literally just have one rule when it comes to my comment section. Just one. I'm very lax. Just don't start throwing slurs around. You could shit talk me all you want. You could disagree and argue with other commenters all you want. I will, however, never encourage people, especially ones I don't know, to start whipping out every slur in the fucking book. With all that said and done, I think I'm going to give the BFDI content just a little break. I do intend to make a video discussing what I think about Inanimate Insanity 4, so that'll probably be my next OSE-related video. It's either that, or it'll come after the Hot Takes video, whatever one I feel like doing first. Got any other videos you'd like to see me make? Feel free to drop it in the comments. If I like your idea, I'll, heart it or something. I don't fucking know. I don't really reply to my comments, actually. I got a lot of negative feedback in the initial Koi video and the BFDI 19 video, but I didn't really go out of my way to argue with people on the internet who disagree with me. I don't cover topics where I expect everybody who watches to agree with me. I just like to see how far I could dip my foot in the pool before I trip and fall into the pool, if that makes any sense at all. With that said, make sure to like, subscribe, and flame me in both the comments and Twitter, because I'm clearly good at pissing off the OC Twitter game. Oh, and speaking of Twitter, go follow me. I will respond to literally nothing like the gracious soul that I am. I've made 2 whole posts on there, both being about the second Apoy drama. If you want to hear more elaborate crackhead rambling from me, drop it in the comments and I am happy to provide some laughs. Hopefully. There's a reason I style my videos the way I do. Again, I'm not the judge here, I'm not the professional here, I'm just the guy that puts out the videos for people to watch. If you think I'm funny, great, thank you, I appreciate it, I do try. If you think I'm annoying, then guess what? The door's 3 lefts and a right from here, if I'm remembering right. Can't miss it, just go ahead, walk out the door. I'm not gonna make another video about TPOT20. Alright, I've said all I have to say here. I am not about to pull a cheesy mayo and make 7 videos about this one topic. Which, just to be clear, no hate to Cheesy. His content's funny as hell. I just saw the opportunity to take this joke, so I did. Anyways, that's about it. I've said my piece. I'm done. I'm gonna be going back to my radio silence for the next month or 2 until I drop my inevitable next OSC video that pisses people off.